Manchester United have reportedly offered a 5-year contract to 18-year-old LOSC Lille defender Leny Yoro, a target for Real Madrid. According to reputed German journalist Florian Plettenberg, Leny Yoro is the subject of interest from Manchester United. The Red Devils have been keen on signing a centre-back in the summer transfer window and have offered a 5-year contract to the LOSC Lille defender. Meanwhile, the 18-year-old is also a target for Real Madrid. Leny Yoro and his rapid rise. Leny Yoro has seen his stock skyrocket despite still being in his teens. The Frenchman broke into the first-team squad at LOSC Lille as a 16-year-old and has not looked back since then, becoming a mainstay at the heart of the defensive unit in the 2023-24 season. The 18-year-old has already turned out over 50 times thus far for LOSC Lille while chipping in with 3 goals and 1 assist. Yoro has also been disciplined in his performances, seeing only 5 yellow cards at the club level. Meanwhile, the youngster's progress has not gone unnoticed, capturing the attention of several high-profile clubs. A man in demand. European bigwigs like Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool have shown interest in the French centre-back in the last 12 months. However, the decision on Leny Yoro's next club has come down to Manchester United and Real Madrid, with the former having no issues on the transfer fees and the latter being his preferred destination. Leny Yoro has been keen on joining Real Madrid for a long time and is reportedly ready to wait until next summer's transfer window to seal a move to the Santiago Bernabeu. That might suit Los Blancos, with the reigning La Liga champions not ready to break the bank to sign him this year. As for Manchester United, they have reportedly reached an agreement with LOSC Lille over a deal worth around €50 million. In addition, they have offered a 5-year contract to the 18-year-old Frenchman. However, the Red Devils face a tall order to convince the youngster to forget about Real Madrid and move to Old Trafford. It will be interesting to see if Manchester United can turn Leny Yoro's head with their contract offer. For now, the French defender's preferred destination will be Real Madrid, even if he has to wait until he becomes a free agent next year. Manchester United look set to miss out on the signing of Everton defender Jarrad Branthwaite, which could turn out to be a blessing in disguise. The Red Devils have been chasing Branthwaite's signature for a number of weeks, but it seems as though he will not be moving to Old Trafford this summer. United reportedly saw 2 bids rejected by Everton, who were determined to avoid being bullied into selling for anything less than a premium fee. The Toffees have since agreed to sell Amadou Onana to Aston Villa, which will end any hopes of United moving for Branthwaite, according to The Athletic. It is said that Branthwaite is now expected to stay at Goodison Park, with Everton no longer needing to cash in after receiving around £50 million for Onana. While this will be frustrating for those in power at United, it could end up being a blessing in disguise when it comes to signing a new central defender. The Red Devils have also been credited with an interest in Bayern Munich ace Matthijs de Ligt, who played under Erik ten Hag during his time at Ajax. Reports have claimed that he is eager to reunite with his former boss at Old Trafford this summer, with Bayern Munich thought to be demanding a fee of around £42 million. De Ligt boasts considerably more top-level experience than Branthwaite, potentially making him a better fit to replace Raphael Varane at United. He would also cost a fraction of the price, allowing United to spend more money on improving other areas of their squad. The defender's apparent willingness to join the Red Devils indicates that negotiations will run smoothly when it comes to settling on personal terms. His impressive leadership qualities will also help United, who have lacked the right culture for way too long and could benefit from signing a player like De Ligt as Ten Hag looks to instill a winning mentality. The 24-year-old is not the only defender United are reportedly looking to sign this summer, with Lille teenager Leny Yoro also thought to be in their sights. A bid in excess of £40 million has already been lodged, according to Fabrizio Romano, but Real Madrid are said to be keen on joining the race for his signature. Jadon Sancho could still leave Manchester United this summer even after resolving his situation with Erik ten Hag, as Juventus are reportedly convinced he wants to sign for them. Sancho had an eventful 2023-24 campaign, falling out with Ten Hag early on and spending the next few months training with the club's youth players. In January, he was loaned back to former club Borussia Dortmund, and he started in their Champions League final defeat to Real Madrid. The winger has since returned to Old Trafford and has held crunch talks with Ten Hag. The two have put the past behind them and Sancho has resultantly returned to first-team training. However, that does not guarantee that Sancho will remain at Man Utd and push for a starting place next season. After all, given how Ten Hag has publicly questioned his attitude, the player may feel he is unlikely to be given as many opportunities as some of his attacking teammates. As per ESPN, Sancho is still considering leaving the Red Devils and Italian giants Juventus remain at the front of the queue to sign him. Juve, who are now managed by former Bologna boss Thiago Motta, are convinced that Sancho wants to join them in a statement summer deal. Such a move would give the 24-year-old the chance to start over in a new country and try to get his career firmly back on track. While moving to Italy would be a big test for Sancho, he has proven he can thrive under this sort of pressure, having become a top player for Dortmund after originally joining the club from Manchester City in August 2017. Man Utd transfers, Jadon Sancho update. Juve are still working out how they will sign Sancho, with Man Utd chief Sir Jim Ratcliffe holding out for £40 million before selling. On Thursday, it emerged that Leicester City signing Juve youngster Matthias Sol would give the Serie A club a big financial boost as they look to bring Sancho in. The Foxes are ready to start the bidding at £20 minus 25 meters for the Argentine, while Juve are looking for £34 million. Alternatively, Juve could sweeten the deal for Ratcliffe by offering Man Utd Federico Chiesa on loan in return. Juve have previously demanded £34 million for Chiesa too, and the Italy winger has been linked with several clubs including Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa and Newcastle United. But Chiesa has now entered the final year of his contract. This, coupled with the fact that he failed to shine at Euro 2024, means Juve now value the attacker at £26 million. It remains to be seen how Chiesa would react, should he be offered to Man Utd as part of Juve's swoop for Sancho. Surprisingly, this is not the only swap deal Sancho has been tipped to take part in recently. On Saturday, it was claimed that Jose Mourinho could demand Sancho in return if Man Utd pushed to sign Turkey star Ferdi Kadioglu. Clearly, Man Utd and Sancho's potential suitors are looking at every possible option as they look to finalize his future. Wherever the wide man ends up, he needs to get back to taking on defenders and registering regular goal contributions. This is what initially got him into the England setup, but he is now way down Gareth Southgate's pecking order. SS Lazio are getting tired of waiting for Manchester United and Mason Greenwood to make a decision on whether to accept their offer for the player. The Red Devils are keen to move on the talented forward, who became a political and ethical hot potato at Old Trafford following a high-profile arrest for violent and abusive behavior in January 2022. Lazio tried to get him on loan last season but the deal fell through at the last minute and Greenwood ended up at Getafe in Spain, where he was voted Player of the Season. The Rome club are now trying for the permanent move and have offered €22 million plus 50% of any future sale. They have also promised to increase their bid to €25 million. However, this still falls short of the reported €30 million offered and accepted by Olympique de Marseille, a deal that appears to have been held up by public outcry, led by the mayor of the city, about the player's arrival. To complicate matters further, SSC Napoli have entered the race at the 11th hour and are also reportedly willing to offer €30 million, but with an inferior sell-on clause to that of Lazio. Roma have also been credited with an interest. According to this morning's paper edition of Corriere dello Sport, Lazio's president Claudio Lotito let it be known that they will wait a few more days and not indefinitely, fed up with the indecision of the Englishman and his father, tired of United's games as they do everything they can to auction off Greenwood's contract. The outlet believes that Greenwood didn't say yes to Marseille and their manager, Roberto De Zerbi, and that Napoli have not formalized their interest, giving them hope that their offer, despite being the lowest, is the most solid. Lotito is ready to pay and close, CDs continues. It's a race made up of overtaking and counter-overtaking, of pushing and tripping, of teasing. Greenwood and United have been ready to decide for days, first by Friday, now by tomorrow. The president already seemed to have accepted defeat last week when he claimed that he had another player on his shortlist that was 10 times better than the United man, but it seems that was bluff and bluster. Now, the club has asked the forward to make a decision quickly. Whether Greenwood will be put off by these immature antics remains to be seen. If he doesn't go to Lazio, they will turn to other options, one of which is reported to be a player United recently released, Anthony Martial. More on that story here. Manchester United have moved fast in the transfer window so far, with Joshua Zirkzee and Matthijs de Ligt close to becoming Erik ten Hag's first signings of the summer. Following an overhaul of the recruitment team at Old Trafford and the decision to stick with Ten Hag, United have pushed ahead with their transfer plans within the first week of preseason. As the finishing touches are made to Zirkzee and de Ligt's move, the Red Devils seem to be linked with a new name every 24 hours. And according to reports in Spain, contact has been with Girona and Ukraine forward Viktor Tsygankov. The 26-year-old attacker helped Girona qualify for the Champions League for the first time in their history last season. Spanish outlet AS has claimed that United have made contact with the player's entourage and Ten Hag has already held discussions with Tsygankov over a move to Manchester. It's said the winger has a £25 million release clause, but a move is likely to be difficult to get over the line due to the City Football Group, the parent company of Manchester City, owning 47% of the La Liga side. Elsewhere, despite getting closer to bringing Zirkzee to Old Trafford, United are reportedly lining up a move for another striker in Brentford's Ivan Toney. According to the Daily Mail, interest still remains in the England international as his future at Brentford continues to look uncertain. It's said that United still hold interest in Toney and the striker remains keen on a move to Ten Hag's side. Toney's current deal in the capital expires next year and is yet to hold talks over a new deal. Toney's arrival would mean United would have three strikes with Rasmus Højlund, Zirkzee and Toney all competing.